The power of connection is something we all crave, especially when it comes to our relationships with others. Today, let's dive into a fascinating topic, the art of listening. Many of us think of listening as simply allowing others to speak while we silently wait for our turn to talk. However, mastering the skill of active listening can dramatically enhance the connections we build, particularly with women. In this video, we'll explore 5 surprising ways to connect with women through active listening that can transform your interactions, whether in romantic relationships, friendships, or even in professional settings. So what exactly is active listening? It's more than just hearing someone speak. It's about fully engaging with what the other person is saying, understanding their message, and responding thoughtfully. This skill is crucial for fostering deep connections and improving communication. Let's kick things off with our first surprising way to connect through active listening. The first method is to reflect back what you hear. This technique is pivotal because it demonstrates to the speaker that you're genuinely engaged in the conversation. Reflecting involves paraphrasing or summarizing what the other person has said and then feeding it back to them. For instance, if a woman shares her experience about a difficult day at work, instead of jumping in with your own story, you might say, "It sounds like you had a really tough day and felt overwhelmed by all the tasks on your plate." By doing this, you affirm her feelings and show that you're not just passively listening. Instead, you're actively processing her words, which can lead to a more meaningful dialogue. By reflecting back what you hear, you create a sense of validation in the other person, making it clear that their emotions matter to you. Our second way to enhance your listening skills is through nonverbal cues. Did you know that a significant portion of communication is nonverbal? Body language, facial expressions, and eye contact can all speak volumes about your attentiveness. When you maintain eye contact and nod occasionally as someone speaks, you're conveying that you're present in the moment. An open posture, leaning slightly toward the speaker, and mirroring their emotions can also create a connection. For example, if a woman is expressing excitement about a recent achievement, matching her enthusiasm with a smile or an encouraging nod helps to affirm her joy. In this way, you're not just listening with your ears. You're engaging your whole being, which can significantly enhance the connection. Moving on to our third surprising method, let's talk about asking open-ended questions. Questions like, "What was that experience like for you?" Or, "How did that make you feel?" Not only encourage the woman to share more, but also demonstrate your genuine interest in her thoughts and emotions. Avoid questions that can be answered with a simple yes or no, as they can shut down the conversation. Open-ended questions give her the space to elaborate and share her feelings, which can lead to deeper discussions and insights. This technique not only enriches the conversation, but also reaffirms her importance in the dialogue, making her feel valued and heard. The fourth way to connect with women through active listening is to practice empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. When you actively listen, make an effort to put yourself in the speaker's shoes. Instead of jumping to solutions or offering advice, acknowledge their feelings and provide support. If a woman shares a personal struggle, rather than saying, "You just need to," try responding with, "I can imagine how difficult that must be for you." This approach shows that you are not just invested in the outcome of the conversation, you care about her emotions and experiences. Empathy fosters a safe space for dialogue, encouraging openness and honesty, which is essential for deep connections. Finally, our fifth surprising way to connect through active listening is to pause before responding. In our fast-paced world, we often rush to interject our thoughts, but this can lead to misunderstandings and a disconnection. Taking a moment to breathe and reflect on what has been shared shows that you value the conversation and care enough to formulate a thoughtful response. After a woman finishes speaking, allow for a brief pause before you react. This not only gives her time to collect her thoughts, but it also indicates that you've truly processed her words. You can say something like, "That's an interesting point. I'd love to hear more about that," or simply nodding before adding your perspective. This small yet powerful shift in timing can drastically improve how connected and understood the other person feels. Now, let's recap these 5 surprising ways to cultivate connection through active listening. First, reflect back what you hear to validate the speaker's feelings. Second, use nonverbal cues like eye contact and body language to enhance engagement. Third, ask open-ended questions that prompt the speaker to share more. Fourth, practice empathy to create a supportive environment. And lastly, pause before you respond to allow for a deeper conversation. By integrating these techniques into your daily interactions, you'll not only become a better listener, but also enhance your emotional intelligence. This, in turn, can lead to more enriching and fulfilling relationships with women and everyone around you. Active listening is a transformative skill that has the potential to change your communication style completely. When you embrace this art, you empower yourself to forge deeper connections and foster a culture of understanding and respect. Remember, the essence of communication lies not just in the words exchanged, but in the connections formed through listening. By putting these active listening strategies into practice, you're taking vital steps towards strengthening your relationships and improving your overall communication skills. As we conclude, I encourage you to reflect on your own listening habits. Think about how these techniques can be applied in your personal life, especially when engaging with women. Consider also the positive impact such changes can make, not only for you, but for those around you. If you found these insights helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe for more videos on enhancing communication and personal development. Together, let's embark on this journey of becoming better listeners and building deeper connections. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.